Hey, hey, what a thing! What a thing, what a thing. If you ask me, I would have said, see, that they're zeroing in on the Right Honorable Mr. Andrew Holness. He has to know this. When all the pieces around you are falling down, right, you can't help but be paranoid that you might be next. And when all the pieces around you are dirty, there's probably no way that you're 100% clean. I mean, accuse the Prime Minister or nothing. So all you good up Jamaican, or say you're good up Prime Minister, me come dirty up your good up Prime Minister. That's not what I'm doing. So anyways, as we sit at this moment, right, Anne-Marie Vaz, the wife of Darrell Vaz, loses her USA visa. She now joins her husband on the list of those high-profile politicians out of Jamaica that are unable to travel to the United States of America because the United States of America has rejected them, put an X on their name, does not want them entering their country. What says you? Something, you know. So, according to now, the Star did I say that the United States Embassy has revoked the diplomatic visa that is issued to East Portland Member of Parliament Anne-Marie Vaz. In case a lot of y'all didn't know that Darrell Vaz's wife was also a prominent politician, and she is East Portland Member of Parliament Anne-Marie Vaz, and has also turned down her request for a visitor's visa. That means they have blocked every entrance for her and every outway that she has tried. So, for those of you who are going to say, Lord, them take away our diplomatic visa, so that means, which she qualified for under her husband, mind you, she could have used a regular visitor's visa. Them say, no, we don't want you here, regardless of what visa you're coming upon. The development comes 1 month after her husband Darrell Vaz was stripped of his USA visa. Now people remember, I did another video which I'm going to attach to the end of this one, which explains why the US does this. And there are many reasons why. In Darrell Vaz's case, one of the reasons is that the US could have reason to believe that he would be entering the United States of America to conduct business that had nothing to do with diplomatic business. In other words, to engage in illegal activities and use his diplomatic status to cover those illegal activities. They would probably not be able to monitor him beyond a certain point, so their strike out is to make sure that he does not enter the country, not as a diplomat and not as a regular person with a regular visitor's visa. This development comes 1 month after her husband Darrell Vaz was stripped of his USA visa. Vaz, who is the minister without portfolio, I still don't understand what that means. I would think a minister with a portfolio, but he's a minister without portfolio. Please explain that to me, somebody, in the comment section. Anyways, the minister without portfolio in the Ministry of Economic Growth and Job Creation, he is the member of parliament for West Portland, which borders his wife's constituency. So in other words then, the two of them have one part of the country just locked down because his constituency borders his wife's constituency. In a statement today, Darrell Vaz said that as a result of the revocation of his U.S. diplomatic visa, the diplomatic visa issued to his wife, Anne-Marie Vaz, which she would have qualified for as his wife, has subsequently been withdrawn. Withdrawn. I cancel. He said that her visitor's visa had expired, and she went to go renew the visitor's visa. She had no, you see, when you have the diplomatic paperwork, you're good. So you don't worry about the regular visitor's visa, right? But when she found out that the visitor's visa, the diplomatic visa, cancelled, or suspected it would have been cancelled because of her connection with, obviously, her husband, she went to go renew the regular visitor's visa, and she get turned down. And when she visited the U.S. Embassy in Kingston last week, they told her it was a no-go. She had been rejected. Anne-Marie Vaz is said to be in the process of pursuing this matter with the U.S. Embassy in Kingston. However, there is no word on the status of Darrell Vaz's appeal to be granted a visa. He has said that he is prepared to resign from the cabinet if the visa is not reinstated. Darrell Vaz lost his visa about the same time as Philip Paulwell, the opposition spokesman on energy. Now check this out. I know them alone lose visa. A whole host of people have lost their visas, right? Check it out. Keep on listening. Watch this. So, first of all, Anne-Marie Vaz, the part where they print that says Anne-Marie Vaz is in the process of pursuing this matter with the U.S. Embassy. Guess what? There is no matter to pursue. There is no way to pursue the matter. It is that and that is it. From the U.S. reject it, you can't appeal. There is no legal process to an appeal. So she just have to go, hold that. You understand? They're also saying that there's no word yet on Darrell Vaz's appeal to be granted his visa. There is no appeal. It is what it is. So I don't know why they're fooling the people and having the people think that this is going to be through an appeal process. Somebody anonymously wrote this and I had to put it in there. They said, Jamaicans believe that politicians, religious leaders, police, and light-skinned people, especially light-skinned people in positions of power, are not criminals and they are not corrupt individuals. But Jamaicans are sadly mistaken. They are the root of all the problems in Jamaica. They are protected by the wickedest liable law on earth. The United States should have zoomed in on them a long time ago. The UK is not going to touch them because they were put there by them from when Henry Morgan time till now to keep the population in perpetual servitude. And I just had to put that in there because I found that quite interesting. Now, one of the parts that I missed now out of another piece of favorite paperwork of mine, the Observer, I missed this part where it says that the local political directorate was desperately seeking answers for their from their counterparts in the United States as to why their visas had been revoked. At least 6 members of the Jamaica Constabulary Force, believed to all be former members of the now disbanded Mobile Reserve, were also issued with letters that their visas had also been revoked. Alright, so not only the little politician, it's not only those politicians' visas had been revoked. At least 6 members of the Jamaica Constabulary Force, believed to be former members of the now disbanded Mobile Reserve, to include the man in command of the Mobile Reserve at that time, all issued with letters that their visas, U.S. visas, had also been revoked. Late yesterday, Jamaica Observer source from this article, who first informed the newspaper that the visas of the 2 politicians in the beginning initially were revoked. That person refused to name the names and the ranks of the police men or officials whose visa had been revoked, but said that the U.S. had moved against them. So you have someone on the inside, that's giving information. And this person said 5 more visas were going to be revoked. I don't know if you remember that I did a show on that as well. And of course, after that person said that, 6 more visas were revoked. So this person who is giving the information that the Gleaner, the Observer, the Star, not revealing their source, this person knows very well what is going on. I want to know who, because I want to talk to that person and find out some things before things come to bump. Story come to bump. You know what I say? So anyways, this person was the first person who first informed the newspaper that the visa of 2 politicians were revoked, and they informed them that before it even went public. And then it went public. And they came back, the same person came back and said 5 more, or they just talked about 5 more, and 6 more was revoked. So this person obviously is on the inside. The person has refused to name the name and ranks of the police officials whose visas has been revoked. But the person said that the USA had moved against these people because of those allegations that members of that mobile reserve were involved in extrajudicial killings before it was disbanded. As is customary, let me stop and say something real quick. Okay, so you thought it was that serious to remove their visa because they were involved in extrajudicial killings. You don't want them come to the US and run away and not be able to face justice in Jamaica. But here's a real question. Those who you believe were involved in these extrajudicial killings, is that their only punishment is to remove their US visa? Because if that's the case, them good, which part them there in a Jamaica, they don't have to travel to the USA. There are many other places in the world that they can go. I'm just saying, what is going to be the recourse if it is believe that they were involved, or there's enough evidence stacked against them to point to that they were involved in extrajudicial killings? Then should they not be brought through the court system, through the legal justice system, and face justice? I'm just saying. So as I continue on, as is customary, there was no word from the U.S. Embassy in Kingston, which has repeatedly said that it does not comment on individual visa matters. So don't ask them nothing, because they don't have nothing to tell you. All the information you're getting it from that one person who's leaking it and decides to stay anonymous. People, tell me in the comment section who you think is leaking this kind of information. Please and thank you. In confirming receipt of correspondence from the U.S. Embassy in Kingston, Vaz noted that the letter stated that his visa had been revoked, but it provided no details on the reasons why, just like it provided no details on all the others' reasons why. And if you remember the video I did, I explained straight out of the .gov site where the U.S. do them official thing. I think it is US Immigration something.gov, USCIS.gov, which governs all the legalities, visa-wise and all that. I got that information right from there. And it says that the US doesn't have to give anybody any explanation. They have a right to issue to who they want to, and they have a right to revoke from who they want to and ban whoever they want to from entering their premises. And that is just their deal in writing. So, of course, all these people that got their visa revoked, the U.S. didn't have to explain anything to them. Right. So he said that he had advised the Prime Minister Andrew Holness of the issue, and he has since initiated, through the formal procedure and protocols, the process of seeking clarification. I will continue to serve the people, although I am prepared to walk away, as Vaz has said. I see no reason for me to act prematurely while a final determination has been made, added Vaz, who is adamant that there is no reason for his U.S. visa to be revoked. I want to tell you, Vaz has been involved in so many things, and name has been called up in so many things from way back when till now, right? I looked way back to 2014 and way back, and his name has been dirty from way back. Now, you know, people in positions of power, when they come up on the radar, they have the power to be exonerated and freed. Matter of fact, answer me this one question. Which prominent politician or prominent individual in Jamaican society who has links to the upper class and politicians have you seen ever tried in a court of law in Jamaica, convicted and put behind bars? I'll wait. Because what? It never happened. So in late 2016, the visas of 3 senior attorneys and their family members of one of the attorneys were all revoked during a standoff with the Andrew Holness administration over its failure to cancel the Spectrum license granted to Symbiote Investments Limited, which traded as Carousel. The Spectrum license was subsequently cancelled, although the matter remains before the court. Alright, that little piece that me give you, just go look that up. I'm going to say it again. Hear me out. In late 2016, and not too long ago, we're in 2019. In late 2016, the visas of 3 senior attorneys and a family member of one of the attorneys were all revoked during a standoff with the Holness administration over its failure to cancel the Spectrum license granted to Symbiote Investments Limited, which traded as Carousel. The Spectrum license was subsequently cancelled, although the matter remains before the court. So, go and look up who are these attorneys. I want you to look up what is Symbiote Investments Limited and Symbiote Investments Limited that traded as Carousel, and come leave some constructive information in the comments section below. Now, story come to bump. I'm going to leave it right here. I will only close by saying this. They are zeroing in, and there will be more to come. And more to come is going to be shocking for us. Stay tuned, because this is not done yet. And I am just, not so anxious, but I am waiting to see exactly my prediction that I predicted from the very first video I did covering this. Alright, leave your comments in the comment section below. It's SoFlo TV. I'm out. Peace.